Watching the whales, the unknown truth about them. Europe and the US were once major whalers. How many countries actually oppose and support whaling? That country is also a whaling country? History of humans and whaling. We asked 50 people how much they know about whales.
Hunting plays a big part of it.
In my opinion, I would think overfishing is an issue, but if I were to guess, I think it's mainly because there's a big logistics system with just transporting goods overseas that could probably disrupt the whale ecosystem and how they just live in their natural habitat, because ships are really big, and I think that Asia, it's a big country with supporting a lot of other countries with supplying goods and such. So I think not just directly hunting, but as well as transportation and being in the ocean can affect their lifestyle.
I would say there's many cultures that do, I guess, certain hunting. For example, I believe there's the Aboriginals in Australia who still hunt certain animals like, they still hunt certain animals at sea. And that's okay, but so I'm guessing if it's tradition and if there is some sort of policy that they're able to, then I don't see, as long as it's managed, I'm still respecting it. I see not so much problems with it.
I think as long as it's sustainable, it can be okay. But overfishing can be a problem because then the whale might go extinct. Oh, I think there's more people saying it's bad than good. So I say maybe 70 to 80% say it's bad. I think maybe 20 to 30 say it's good.
What are the actual history and current views of whaling in different countries? Artifacts pointing to whale consumption have been discovered at sites that are thousands of years old. But Norway, France and Spain, which started whaling in the 9th century, improved the technology. With one whale not only yielding a large amount of meat, but also fat for lamp oil and blood for fertilizer, whaling has spread all over the world. For example, US industries began using whale oil, and whaling became a critical industry. Whale populations declined significantly in some species. 1948, the IWC was established, focusing on conserving whaling resources and promoting the orderly development of the whaling industry. However, overhunting continued, and the trend of population decline lasted until the 70s. In the 1960s, the IWC started to log the number of whale captures, but overhunting of whales continued. In 1982, the whaling moratorium was adopted by the IWC to aim for the recovery of whale resources by reducing commercial whaling to zero. As of 2023, IWC has 88 member countries. "50 countries allow whaling. 38 countries oppose whaling. By the way, in order to resume whaling, a 3/4 vote in favor from member states is required. Meanwhile, the question arose about the IWC's current state of affairs. 2006, the St. Kitts and Nevis Declaration, promising to return to the IWC's objective of the appropriate conservation of whaling resources and the orderly development of the whaling industry, and operate based on scientific evidence, was passed and adopted with 33 votes for, 32 against, and 1 abstention. In the declaration, the IWC adopts a risk management procedure, RMP, that calculates risk-free quotas, agrees that many whale stocks are abundant enough for sustainable whaling, and that no moratorium is required, and that cetacean consumption of marine resources is a food security concern, and that NGOs cannot lawfully infringe upon issues of food security and national sovereignty for their own interest campaigns. Current whaling countries, Japan, Canada, and Indonesia, are the 3 non-IWC countries that engage in commercial whaling. There are 4 IWC member countries where indigenous peoples traditionally hunt whales: Russia, the United States, and Greenland. Norway and Iceland are the only IWC member countries that engage in commercial whaling. We cannot advance the SDGs in the oceans without addressing whales, which are atop the ocean food pyramid. Wouldn't knowing the truth about whales then be an important action for thinking about the future of the Earth?